mission statement of Keep Gastonia Beautiful is to make the community at large knowledgeable and responsible in natural resource conservation, solid waste handling, recycling, litter abatement, and beautification. Hey everyone, my name is Julianne Lehman and I'm the administrator for Keep Gastonia Beautiful. Keep Gastonia Beautiful is a unique organization. We are funded through the City of Gastonia, but we're also a nonprofit, so that allows us to do some really cool activities throughout the City of Gastonia. As an administrator, my role is to ensure that my employees are getting their jobs done, but also to give the entire vision of what our organization is all about. So I tell people a lot that my job is to hug trees, kiss bees, and really love the seas. So we're doing things with tree education. We have bee education, and we're also doing litter so that litter does not end up all the way to the ocean. I graduated from Alma College, which is located in Alma, Michigan, many, many years ago. Alma College is a small liberal arts college in the center of Michigan. I graduated with a communications degree. I wasn't sure exactly what I wanted to do still by the time I graduated, so I figured that a communication degree was at least a general way to get me to do what I love to do, which is one, talking, and two, helping people. Being an administrator of a program, you have to be very organized, and I like to write things down. So I have a paper calendar, and I write down when I have appointments. I have all the people that have called me. I write down my tasks for the week, and also I write down tasks that I've given my employees to do as well. I manage 3 people, 2 part-time people and 1 full-time person, and that's exciting and fun. It also can be challenging to be a boss and have to tell people when to do things and they didn't do something right. So I think that's been a learning curve, but I think that it's all about being kind, being honest, and being fair with everybody. All right, there's my office across there. But across from my office is our recording studio where we do a lot of our educational videos that we have online for teachers to access. I have a little sign here, KGB Recording Studio, quiet on set. So as you walk in, I've got some chairs, some city artwork here. I've got things that remind me of my job. So the bees saved the planet and a nice plant. When you zoom out, I've got my desktop here. Also have a laptop, which I will be editing this video that I have in my hands right now. I had that, you can probably see my halo ring. That's what I was taping my other video on. I've got some pictures on my wall. Here we go. And I've got pictures of my family up there. A lot of us spend about 40 hours or more in our offices every week, so it's always good to have pictures of your family. So sitting down at my desk, you can see my planner. I've got my mask there, some paperwork that I need to figure out today and finish. Got a phone, got some coffee that I've just finished, paper and pen, which was not staged, it was there. I was working before I started taping. I've got some blue blocking glasses because I do stare at the computer screen a lot and I want to make sure I protect my eyes. Got a water bottle that's reusable, which is very important for me. Got all the file folders, got my computer, and then underneath my desk, 1 little can for trash, and then a whole can for all my recycled paper. I've got a great view out my window every day. I get to watch this tree blow in the breeze, look out in the parking lot, see who's coming and going. And that's been my view for about 10 years here at the City of Gastonia. So one big thing about my job is that we love trees. Not just like, we love trees. Trees provide oxygen. They provide so many benefits that people do not know about. So in the month of March, we celebrated Arbor Day, which allowed us to feature some social media about tree education. We are also trying to get back into the schools where we have Twiggy, our talking tree that goes out and talks to schools. We're trying to also get with schools and get more trees planted on school grounds. So did you know that we like bees? Bees are part of our science portion that we teach. As honeybees gather pollen and nectar for their survival, they also pollinate crops such as apples, cranberries, melons, and broccoli. Some crops, including blueberries and cherries, are 90% dependent on honeybee pollination. And almonds depend entirely on the honeybee for pollination at bloom time. So that's something that you guys can look into after this video. We really enjoy talking about recycling and separating recyclables, and that's where technology comes into play, because recycling is a critical part of our economy. It provides jobs, revenue, economic benefits, of course, by keeping things out of landfills. We also do have a landfill program that will explain how the landfill works to students, that you can have your teacher reach out to us and we can send that to you as well. Each year our staff drives around the city of Gastonia to visually assess the litter. The data gathered helps us determine where to focus our community cleanups and also maybe where we can provide more community education about the damage that litter causes in our community. The city of Gastonia is divided into 6 wards. We break down our data by ward. Within each ward, we grade between 10 and 20 sub-areas. We grade each area on a scale of 1 to 4. 1 meaning no litter, and 4 meaning extremely littered. So much trash that you want to pull your car over and start cleaning up right away. This year, staff drove over 100 miles of roads looking at a fair representation of the land uses within our city. So what did we learn this year from our litter index? Well, we learned that litter has increased all over our city since the beginning of the pandemic. It's usually in areas that are wooded. People aren't typically throwing trash in someone's yard. There's a lot of fast food items, and we even found an area where tires were dumped by the side of the road. Collaboration is huge within our organization. Right now, we are currently collaborating with the Master Gardeners of Gaston County. So similar to the litter index, the Master Gardeners get assigned to a ward in the city that they will judge weekly. Currently, we're judging Spring Yard of the Week. Winners each week are given educational information on what we do as an organization and also information from the Master Gardeners. Our Shred Day event is an extremely popular free community event that we have twice a year. We usually do it in the spring and then again in the late fall. So what do we learn at Shred Day events? Well, we learned that people want to protect their identity and that this is a needed service in the community. At our November 2020 event, it was so popular that the shred truck was filled within 2 hours, and that was 6 tons of paper collected in under 2 hours. So we always have to evaluate the success of an event after it's complete. Our evaluation showed us that we need to provide more trucks, so this time we'll have 2 trucks at our event to keep up with the demand of the citizens. Our main focus is on educational programs to students like you. We send out Louie the Litter Bug mainly for kindergarten and first graders. We have a variety of educational programs like earth bracelets, a program on sea turtles. We send out Miss Pollinator, who talks about pollination of bees and how important they are. And then we also have Twiggy the Talking Tree, who talks usually to first and second graders about the importance of trees and how to maintain those. If you're interested in pursuing a career like mine, I would say that you would want to get involved in the community. Being connected to the community is a huge part of my position. Also being able to work with others, which I think that you do at Hawk's Nest a lot, working in groups. I think a lot of schools don't teach that as much as they should, but in the work world, you're constantly having to work with me. I have to work with different departments, different nonprofits, volunteers, volunteer management. So getting out there and getting to know your community and how you can make connections is very, very important as part of an administrator as well. What can you do now to prepare for a career like mine in the future? My number one would be to get organized. That is key for me being able to balance multiple projects at the same time, having employees doing their tasks, making sure that we all stay on task to ensure that we meet deadlines. I think also having a passion for the planet helps this job. Me being able to go out and talk about litter and why it's so important to not have it get into our waterways, talking about bees and why they are so important. A passion for those subjects is pretty key. Also being able to talk and share information with others on how they can keep our city looking clean and green. You could volunteer now so that you understand how to manage volunteers in the future. You can also organize cleanups in your area. Gather some friends, find a corner, clean it. It's as simple as that. I hope that you were all able to learn more about what being an administrator of a nonprofit program was today. But if you have more questions, my contact information is on the next slide. My last takeaway is that you always need to be adaptable. So a year ago, when COVID hit, we knew nothing about technology like this. I never edited a video in my life, but here I am today. Behind me is my computer where I've been editing the video for you guys. So just know that you can always learn no matter what age you are. You can always learn a new skill, a new task, but you've got to be open and willing to do those things. I hope that you guys have a great day at school, and if you ever want to volunteer with us, just let us know. Thanks.